Do you believe that the way you think actually creates your reality? Great. That's a powerful first step because belief is the foundations for change. Now, how many of you wake up today and actually consciously decide what kind of future you want to create? Let's be honest with you. Most people don't do this. Why? Because deep down, many don't really believe it is possible. They think maybe this works for some people, but not for me. I'm here to tell you it absolutely is true. If you knew for sure with every cell in your body that your thoughts create your life, would you ever miss a day working on your mindset? Would you ever let a negative thought sneak in and take control? Probably not. Your brain is an amazing organ. Neuroscience tells us that your brain is like a record. It stores everything about your environment and experience. It holds all your memories, your habits, and your beliefs. But here's a big question. Does your environment control your thinking? Or does your thinking control your environment? Think about your morning routine. When you wake up, do you get out of bed the same way as yesterday? Use the same hand to turn off the alarm. Slip on the same slipper. Follow the same routine into the bathroom. Look at yourself in the mirror and remember who you are. Shower, room, dress the same way. Drink coffee from your favorite mug. Drive the same route to work. See the same people who push your emotional buttons. You do the same things, the same way, day after day. Now ask yourself, did your brain really change today? Most likely, no. Your brain is firing the same circuit, playing the same movie, running the same program every single day. Here's the trap most people fall into. They think the same thought, act the same way, feeling the same emotions, but they secretly expect something different to happen. Sound familiar? When you stay stuck in the same loop, your brain keep reinforcing the same wiring. You keep creating the same life. The law of the universe or quantum law is still at work with you, but you are just thinking equal to everything you already know. If you want to change life, you have to think something greater than your environment. Every great leader in history, Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, Queen Elizabeth I, all had a vision. They imagined a future they could not see, smell, taste, or touch, but it was alive in their mind. So alive that they act as if it was already happening. Here's the big question. Can you believe in a future you cannot yet experience, but have the thought about so many times your brain begin to change to make it real? Neuroscience say yes, absolutely yes. Your personality, how you think, act, and feel, create your personal reality. Right now, your personal reality, your personal personality, create your life. If you want to change a new life, you have to change your personality, change your thought, change your behavior and habit, change your emotions. Most people try to make new life with the same old personality. It doesn't work. You have to become someone else to live a different life. So right now, your personality create your life. If you want to create a new life, you have to change your personality. Neuroscience show that nerve cells that fire together wire together. If you repeat the same thought and feeling, the same brain circuit fire again and again, create your personality, your mind in action. When you remind yourself who you think you are every day, you reinforce the neural patterns. That box in your brain isn't a physical box, but a metaphor for your fixed neural circuit, the program you run without thinking. To change your mind, you must make your brain work in new way, new sequence, new pattern and combination. How? Through learning. Every new thing you learn create new connections in your brain. When you think a great or joyful thought, your brain fires circuits that make chemistry to help you feel those thoughts. When you think a negative thought, a different circuit fire that make you feel negative emotion. So thought and feeling are deeply connected, constantly influencing each other. The cycle of thought and feeling repeat over time becomes a habit. By age 35, 95% of who you are is a set memorized behavior, emotional reaction, belief, and attitude like a computer program. Your conscious mind, the 5%, often work against the 95% habitual programming. That is why someone might want to think positively, but feel negative, or want to create a dream life, but feel unworthy. Changing your mind alone is not enough. You have to recondition your body, because your body remembers emotions just as your mind does. When your body and mind are aligned with negative feeling, it's a habit. Your body is your mind. We have to use all part of ourselves, our mind, our body, our heart, to create new state of being. The hardest part of change is not the idea, it's making the time for yourself. Most people wait for a crisis, a loss, a trauma, an illness before they decide to change. But the question is why? Why wait? You can learn and grow in joy and inspirations, not just pain. Here's the key: consistency. Show up for yourself every day, every moment, even if only for a few minutes. Use the tool like deep breathing, qigong, positive affirmation, visualization, movement and stretching, and mindfulness. These build a new brain circuit and rewire your personality. Remember, your thoughts are powerful. Your brain is plastic and it can be rewired. Your personality shapes your life. You can create a new reality by choosing to think differently, act differently, feel different. Start today. Small daily choices lead to a big life changes. Your brain is a memory bank. It is a record of everything you have learned and experienced up to this moment. Think about that for a second. Your brain is basically an artifact of your past, a living record of all the things that have shaped who you are. So every morning, when most people wake up, they see a brand new day ahead, full of endless possibility. But what do? They immediately get their brain working by activating the circuit linked to the memory of their past. They start thinking about their problem, the people, the places, the building, the things connected to those problems. And every one of those problems carry an emotion. If thoughts are the language of your brain, then feeling are the language of your body. How you think, how you feel, that creates your state of being. So here's the catch. If you keep living the same thought, feeling the same emotions that are really just a record of your past, you wake up every day living in the familiar past. Even though the day is brand new, your state of being is stuck. Every thought has a frequency. Every thought produces energy. From a quantum perspective, thinking the same thought produces the same frequency, the same energy, which means your life stayed the same. Nothing changed. And here is the truth. No one changed until they change their energy. Your life will not change until you change your energy. Most people have a vision of a better future, but they give up on that vision. Why? Because to reach the future, they have to think differently. They have to act differently. They have to feel differently. It's hard. It's easier to make the same choice day after day. The hardest part about change, not making the same choice you made yesterday. And when you finally decide to make a different choice, you will feel uncomfortable because you're stepping from the known into the unknown. Some people would rather cling to the self-pity self than take the chance. They would rather tell the story of their past than create a story about their future. They believe in the past instead of believing in what is possible ahead. But here's the secret. It's more important to resonate your future than your past. Everyone, at least once in their life, has done something great. When you did that, you make a firm decision. That decision was powerful. It created a surge of energy in your body and mind. That moment become unforgettable because that emotional energy was so strong. You gave your body a taste of the future. Emotionally align yourself to a new destiny. And if you keep doing that every day, you will eventually arrive that destiny. Your biology will change. You will look like you're living a different life. To change is to be greater than your environment, greater than the conditions that surround you. So, why is meditation the tool to help you as change? Because meditation helps you disconnect from your outer environment. When you close your eye, you reduce stimulations going into your brain. If you add soft music or earplug, even better, you're sitting down, telling your body to stay right here, right now. That you will fit it, you will take care of it, but right now it has to listen and obey to you. No tasting, no smelling, no reacting. You are being defined only by your thought. When your body wants to go back to the old emotion, you become aware of that. You realize where your attention is, and where your attention goes, your energy flows. You notice you're siphoning energy from the present moment into the past. And then you gently bring your attention back to the present moment. This is like training your pet, like a wild dog or horse. You keep bringing the body back now. The mind will want to run. But if you persist, eventually you will become stronger than the old pattern and the old programming. When the body finally surrenders to the mind, that is the liberations of energy. You move from the particle to wave, from matter to energy. You free yourself from the chains of those familiar emotions that keep you stuck in the past. The stronger the emotions you feel about your future vision, the more your brain remembers. You are branding new circuitry in your brain. You are emotionally conditioning your body to live in the future. And here's a side effect. When you get up feeling like your future has already happened, you stop chasing it. The work is in maintaining that state all day long, no matter what happened to you. No matter your boss, your ex, your finance, your commute, the traffic, if you can sustain that state independently, you will see feedback in your life. Your personality creates your personal reality. And your personality is made up of how you think, how you act, how you feel. If you want a new reality, you have to change personality. But most people try to create a new life with the same personality, and it doesn't work. You have to become someone else. Become so conscious of your thought, your actions, and your feeling. Decide what emotions connect you to your past, and don't give them energy anymore. Remember, a belief is just a thought you keep thinking over again and over again. So you choose your thought. Fire and wire new circuit in your brain with intention. Meditations is the practice of becoming familiar with the new circuit. Keep practicing, and you will create a new voice inside your head and say, I can. It is possible. Yes, I know it. Change is hard, but it is possible. It starts with a single choice, a choice to step into the unknown and romance your future, and surround yourself with the community, with the same minded and who are here to support you. I'll see you in my next video.